My brother, you really need to pay attention to everything I'm going to say in this video because this is crucial. In this day and age, we tell men to not feel their emotions, right? You need to be stoic, you need to be masculine, you need to be the dominant alpha male. But we are also mammals. We are also human beings, and it means that we're going to feel emotions no matter what happens in our life. So you can try as hard as you want to not feel your emotions, you're going to feel them. I mean, I'm sure that you have tried to repress your emotions so badly, and what happened? They kept on coming back. So the whole strategy to kind of like not look at your emotions and just focus on the purpose and on the goal and achieving and achieving and achieving is just not working. It's backfiring big time, you know. And that's why a lot of men experience burnout. That's why a lot of men experience depression. That's why a lot of men experience loneliness, like this deep loneliness. It's a lack of emotional mastery. So I want this video to be a wake-up call. You are allowed to feel your emotions and to express your emotions. And it doesn't make you like more weak. It doesn't make you less of a man. And it doesn't make you like a little pussy, okay? Like, bro, all the people that say that are repressing their emotions and they are suffering deep inside. They're just not showing it to you. That's, social media is amazing for this because you can portray a certain aspect of yourself and hide all the rest. And in a way, I am doing this, I am participating to this, right? Because I'm showing you an aspect of myself, I'm not showing you all the aspects of myself. So I'm being honest here. Everyone is doing that on social media. Every single person. But the truth is, the people that repress their emotions suffer inside. They might not look like they suffer, but if you would just talk to them and get to know them a little bit more deep, you would see they are suffering. So now the question is what to do, right? Because it has been ingrained in our brain to not show emotions, to not even feel our emotions, right? So it's almost like automatic at this point. You experience an emotion and the first reflex is to run away from it, right? To put it aside. But when you do this, it's literally like someone is stabbing you, and instead of healing the wound, you hiding your eyes and saying like, okay, I will not look at the knife that is in my body right now. Even though I feel the pain, I will not look at it. That's plain stupid. You would never do this to your own body. So why you do this with your emotions? Because it's the same thing. When you experience a negative emotion like loneliness, like depression, like sadness, like anger, like resentment, don't look away. You have to actually be with this emotion. You have to actually experience it to its fullness. You have to become friend with it almost, right? Because in a way you're scared of it, which makes sense. I mean, experiencing loneliness, depression, sadness, anger, resentment is fucking uncomfortable. It's so uncomfortable, and I understand. Like, dude, I was dealing with a lot of bullshit a few years ago, and I still deal with some shit from time to time. I'm not perfect, I have my moments of feeling down. So, nothing wrong with that. But how do you react when you experience a negative emotion? Are you running away from it? Or are you actually facing it, being with it, making love to it? What do you do? That's the real work here, because you cannot escape your emotions. You just cannot escape your emotions. So, what do? Do you run away or do you actually face it? So now I want to give you a little bit of examples of how you can run away from your emotions because sometimes it can be very, very subtle, right? So let's imagine you're single right now, right? And you feel like shit because you're single. One thing that can be really attractive to you is to have a lot of options or even to have a girlfriend, right? And you're going to start going outside and meet women from a place of lack, from a place of I feel a little bit depressed. I feel a little bit lonely. What do you think is going to happen when you're going to talk to that beautiful woman? She's going to feel that you feel lonely. She's going to feel that you feel a little bit depressed. She's going to feel that you're a little sad. Yeah? So, does it really help to take care of your emotions by going outside and meet women? The answer is probably not. And the funny thing is this. You can go outside, meet women, have dates, and have sex and still feel like shit. Right? So you can have success with women feeling like shit, right? But why did you go outside to meet women? To feel better about yourself, right? So it's clearly not working. So whenever you feel an emotion, you have to deal with it directly instead of going outside. Let me give you another example. You feel like shit. Same thing. You feel a little bit depressed. You feel a little bit sad. And you suddenly feel attracted to create your own business or to become a sales closer, right? This is the new trend these days. And you start going towards that. You start building your business and you can be successful. You can start making 10K a month and then 50K a month and then 100K a month. Great. But deep inside, you're still not feeling the best. You're still not good enough. You still feel a little bit inadequate. You still feel lonely. You still feel a little bit depressed. There is still this sinking feeling, right? And even though you have the success outside, still feeling like that, right? The same thing with the gym, right? I'm going to give you one last example. And if you're someone that goes to the gym, I'm sure you've noticed that. Like when you go to the gym, you see these guys that are very like bulky and super alpha and making so much noise. Rah, rah, rah. But if you would talk to them, right, and go a little bit deep in the conversation, you would see that these guys deal with a lot of insecurities, they deal with negative emotions, and the only way out of this is to go to the gym, right? And going to the gym is in a way kind of looking away from from the emotion, right? It's not working. It might work for a little bit, right? Because you get the boost of testosterone, so it feels good, right? Just like taking cocaine, it feels good in a moment. But then, paf, they crash back down and feel the same. So they have to come back to the gym. So gym, in a way, can be a form of addiction. Just like meeting women, having sex. I mean, there's sex addiction is a real thing. We just don't talk about gym addiction because it's healthy, right? But how healthy it is when you risk yourself of injury, of having an injury. How healthy is that? Because you're lifting so heavy, because you feel so much like shit inside, right? So you're numbing yourself in the gym, basically. You're avoiding to feel the emotion. And I could give you so many different examples like this. So many. Where you are repressing your emotions without even being aware of it, right? So you see how deep this can go. Now, to finish this video, I want to give you 3 steps to actually start feeling your emotions the right way, right? And before I do that, I want you to know that you are welcome to feel your emotions. You are allowed to express your emotions, and not everyone will receive you expressing your emotions. And what does it mean? It means that if the people don't receive you expressing your emotions, what the fuck are you doing with these people? They need to leave your life right now. If someone doesn't accept the fact that you're feeling down at one point in your life, this person needs to be out. Because this person is not fully accepting the way you are. So yeah, you can say, oh, but he wants me to be the best. But bro, he's not accepting you in the very moment, right? What you need when you feel down is not someone telling you, oh, you need to go outside, meet more women, you need to go to the gym, you need to fucking make more money. What you need is someone that is actually listening to you, being with you, loving you the way you are, right? And then you come out of the storm, the emotional storm, and then you do the thing that you feel very right to do. Not repressing your emotion, not looking and then going for the goal, achieving. No, that is plain stupid. And this is exactly what's happening among a lot of men. Plain stupid, seriously. Not mentioning that when you repress your emotions, you might deal later on with sicknesses. you know. And I mean, I don't want to go too deep into the subject because there's not enough scientific evidence for this yet, though it is starting to become more and more researched, right? The connection between the way you handle your emotions, so your emotional health, with sicknesses like cancer, like other kind of sicknesses, right? So that's a real thing. It's as real as it gets, again, yeah? Now, let's come to the three steps because I want to give you a little bit of value here. I want to give you a process that can help you really allow you to digest any kind of emotion that you experience in your day-to-day life. Yeah. So the first step is you, so step zero, okay? Step zero is you focus on the emotion. Step one is as you focus on the emotion, you let it know you are more than welcome to be in the body. That's the first step. You let your emotion know that it is welcome to be in the body. Step two, you can stay as long as you want in the body. Step three, you can go whenever you want from the body. When you do these three steps, you basically stop resisting your emotion. You stop avoiding it. And you allow the emotion to be processed so naturally. Because I'm sure you've experienced this. Whenever you resist an emotion, it stays longer and it keeps on coming back and coming back and coming back and coming back. Now, if you do these three steps, it will come back, but less and less and less and less. And if you're really serious about doing these three steps, it can be very powerful and transformational. That can be a life practice in itself, right? Because you have stopped resisting the emotion that you're experiencing, like loneliness, depression, anger, sadness, resentment, whatever it is. And you allow this emotion to be processed in your body. Yeah? Just like, you go to the mountain sometime and you have those big barrage. I think that's the right name in English. I'm French, so my bad if my English is not the best. You see those barrage in the river, right? And it's stopping the river. This is exactly what happens when you repress your emotions. You put a wall that is stopping the flow of the emotion. So it accumulates and it's not good, right? That's why you start feeling more and more like shit, a little bit more depressed, And I mean, you know the deal at this point. So what you want to do is to remove the barrier, to remove the wall and let the river flow naturally. Because emotions are like water, right? It's like water. The emotions are like water. So you want the emotions to flow naturally in your body. You want to see yourself as like the rock that, in the river, and the water is just passing through. The emotions are just passing through your body. That's what it is. Yeah. If you see it like this, you will see your life will be very different. Yeah. Thank you for watching, my brother. I hope you're enjoying this. This is a bit different kind of content, but this is something that I love teaching because it's very, very powerful to achieve emotional mastery instead of repressing your emotions. See you, my brother.